Hi there, welcome to Dave in the Shed. I'm Dave and this is my little corner of the world, also known as the Shed Mahal. Now if you're into DIY, 3D printing and model trains, you've come to the right place. Now fair warning, I do things a little bit differently. I have cerebral palsy, which means sometimes things get a little bit creative around here, but hey, it just makes it more fun. So if you like making, fixing, and maybe even breaking things along the way, stick around. Hit that subscribe button and let's build something awesome together. Well, hello and welcome to this Friday from Dave in the Shed. Just a big catch up. Not a lot going on this week. Before I get in the video, a reminder. If you have photos on your iPhone, Android phone, whatever it is, if you're using your mobile phone to take photos, back them up, people. This week I've dealt with 3 more people who are not getting this idea about, if you've got photos on your phone, back them up on the cloud or somewhere, or take them to one of the mobs who can download the photos and give you a backup photos on your phone, because if you lose your phone, you break your phone gets stolen, or for whatever reason you can't access your phone, often those photos are gone. 90% of the time, they're gone. Some of the times you can recover them, but if you go to Apple, they'll go, no, we can't get them off. Because, hey, they want to sell you to back up to their cloud. But anyway, back up photos, anything precious. I've talked about this before, about digital subscriptions, nasty stuff. If there's a TV show, a movie, something like that you really like and you can get a copy on DVD, grab it on a DVD. Because subscription services, they change. Even though you've paid for movies, you can lose access to stuff so easily. So easily. So yeah, so if you've got physical copies of things are important. Backup. Now I'm very lucky. I've got access to what they call NAS units, network asset storages. I've got 3 of them on site, 3 NAS units, because we back up our NAS units and then we back up our backups. And then we back up our backups. 3 backups was the old adage in computers. And this comes out that spent 2 days this week trying to help out an organisation who had built some very nice computers. Now they were 6 years old. They'd done the right thing when they'd put them together. They had a RAID array on their hard drives on the computer, which is a double redundancy system. It's great. The computer had died totally. 6 years old. Just gone bang, snap, crapple, pop. It died. Unfortunately, the only backups were in the RAID array, and as technology moves on, because that RAID array was dependent on the motherboard and the system, the drives, at this stage, long story short, we had to rebuild a computer. We couldn't replace the motherboard was fried. Can't get those motherboards because they're 6 years old. Their RAID array was useless. Thought they'd done the right thing, but no, I'm hoping we've got their computers back on air and we've got some critical stuff that was backed up on, but there was some non-critical data, about 3 years worth of work they've lost because they didn't have a backup. I'm still hoping I can recover the drive, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, quick look at the roo nuts. Now, I did this week paint, I've got the train running, but I painted the interior of the warehouse black, so you don't see it as well, but there are some pillars going in there. See that black pillar in there? Painted things black so they stand out. I've got to put some magnets in to hold the building in. The pillars are in there. Hang on, we might whip the train off the building. Whip the building off the train. So the pillars that I'm talking about, I painted black, are the ones that support the control system, because the control system is hidden in the processing factory. I won't try and put that back on when the train's running. Now, as we spoke last week, I was putting all these ferns in, which I've done. So I've done all the ferns. I've still got to paint up another batch because I want them for. And the idea was, being plastic trees, I was going to have the train run past and gently brush the trees. Yeah, that was a big disaster. There are a few trees that it does over there, it does gently rub against, but no, these little engaged mechs do not have the power to push through the trees. This is ON18, this is the scale if you haven't come across ON18 before. But there you go, that's what we're up to on the rue nuts. Oh, Pussycat's chucking things around the background. What are you doing, Pussycat? He's hunting. We've had a couple of wet days. There could be rats or mice or that going out, so he's having a bit of a hunt. And that's a good thing about having pussycats around, especially one that's a hunter. Hang on, I'll put this factory down. Go on, keep sticky beacon. Just okay. Quick look around the wrench. You can tell I'm having. I've had a really bad night's sleep. It was due to that I stuffed up last night and didn't take the right medication. Well, I actually forgot the medication. Had a really bad night's sleep, so I'm a bit rough this morning. Oh, I was about to say, typical live video, train stops. Oh. So just quick look of what's on the bench for upcoming projects. I've managed to acquire one of those rib nuts installers and all the accessory rib nuts, because I've got a few projects coming up that would want me to drill and tap holes, and I thought, oh, there's got to be an easier way. For lightweight sheet metal work, for not heavy work. I'm not talking about lifting 3 or 4 tonne, but so I decided to invest in a rib nut set and some rib nuts, just to have a go at that. Because the other option is tapping holes or welding nuts in to do slotted stuff, to do threaded stuff. Anyway, so there's some rib nuts and setting. Oh, Aldi's. I can understand why Dad ended up with 3 or 4 of some things. If you go into Aldi's, I've got other crimping tools and other crimps, but this was on special from the German supermarket. Have you seen that bloke, what's his name, the shed bloke on the YouTubes, who just covers tools that he buys from Lidl or Aldi's and places in the UK? That's quite funny. So I've grabbed that. And also from the Chinese shop, these aluminium square sets. I've got some stuff I've got to hold square. I thought, hey, they were not a bad bargain. So yeah, they're good for holding stuff square, holding stuff down when you're machining stuff. I thought, oh, I bought 2 of those. And I wanted to have a crack at it. This is a riveting tool you put on your drill. I did have an incident the other day when I had to repair a gate in a hurry. And I was using the old hand rivet, and it was in the thing, but in the heat and in the fun, not a lot of fun. Did use the old blind rivet gun, but there. So I thought I'd grab one of those. You put them on your drill, and it's like having the compressed air riveter. But anyway, we'll have a play with that sometime, let you know how we get on. So that's about it for this week. So I'm still painting trees, doing bits or pieces, stuffing around on the rue nuts. I did some tidying up around the office building and relocated that. Now, for those who don't know, these are standard. It's Kato N-gauge track that I've used. That is the body of my little Climax Loco, which is 3D printed, but it's naked at the moment because underneath it, I'll put up, is just that. So now I don't even strip the bodies off. I just they're DCC. That is a Bachmann mech from memory. Hang on, yeah, they're Bachmann. Yeah, they're Bachmann. They're little Bachmann N-gauge, and then I just make a body, chuck the body away. Home 3D printed. Body just goes right over the top. No stuffing around, no bits and pieces, and away we go. So that is what's up to in the shed this week. Once again, doctors decided to play with medication. We're heading in the right direction. Still need some more, so I'm still a bit strange, as well as doing other stuff. But anyway, we're having fun. So that is about this week, short and sweet, not a lot going on. Before I go, just remember, have a go at doing something. Because you don't know what you can do or what you can't do till you try. Now that's apparently quoted to Henry Ford, that he said if you think you can and you think you can't, you're right, which is true. So till then, we'll catch up next Friday and have a quick look at something else. Take care, look after yourselves. Now, if you haven't seen my videos before and you'd like to subscribe, that'd be handy if you'd subscribe. If you've got any comments, leave a comment. If you've got any questions, sing out. Quite happy to let you know all the trade secrets, or not the trade secrets. Happy to share any 3D files. If you see any 3D files and go, hey, I like that. If they're mine to share, I'll share them. So that's it for now. Look after yourselves. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself active. Keep yourself busy. And we'll have something new to show you or discuss next week. And don't forget, back up, back up, back up. So till we meet again. I was going to do a fancy pan shot, but look, I've got the coffee in the road and the glue in the road and all that in the road, so we won't do that. We'll go this way. Till we meet again, keep safe, keep well. Bye for now. That's it from Dave in the shed. And a bonus video. Just thought I'd put the end gauge logo in its naked form. It's like seeing the puppet operator without the puppet on the hand. You just see a hand. So here's it's a bit out of scale on that, but there you go. That's the Climax running around with Annie's Climax body on him. Naked trains. Should put that as my thumbnail, the Naked Train Show. That'll confuse a few people. Anyway, if you stay till the end of the video, you've got a bonus video. We'll catch you later.